Sit in a comfortable position with cushions underneath or not, or sit into blocks. And let's do some pranayama, Nadi Shodhana. If you never practice Nadi Shodhana, with the 2 big fingers, press them into your third eye chakra between the eyebrows. Cover the right nostril with the right thumb. Inhale through the left. Cover the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Cover the right, exhale through the left. Keep doing this, no need to force, you do it for the length that feels comfortable for you. If it is too much, then slow down the breath. Close the eyes, and when you feel tired from one arm, you can switch the arm and then use the other arm. And once you're a bit more comfortable and settled in with your breath, you can start to add a count. So let's say you inhale for a count of 5, then you exhale for a count of 5 or longer. Exhales usually should be a little bit longer than the inhales. The Shodhana means alternative nostril breathing. All the different pranayamas in this breath. All the different pranayamas we do in yoga are about cleansing, about balancing, are about detoxifying, regulating the nervous system, regulating digestive system, metabolic system. And the way that happens is obviously by bringing the focus into the breath. We are allowing the body to come into a place of balance, a place of focus. The alternative nostril breathing allows us to balance the right side of the body with the left side of the body, and the right side of the mind with the left side of the mind. Mainly in the brain, we have the right hemisphere of the brain and the left hemisphere of the brain, and they have different functions, different abilities. So depending on our day, depending on what's going on in our lives, we tend to even be more using more the right side of the brain or the left side of the brain. One more round. Finish the one more in and do one more round. And then just rest your hands onto your knees and just come into normal breathing. You can also start to come into your ujjayi breath. And bringing the hands into your heart center. Deep inhale. Full exhale out. You're opening the practice with your nose. Inhale. Guys, have an amazing practice, everyone. Lay on your back into a butterfly pose. So bring the sole of the feet together, knees wide apart. Deep inhale. Full exhale out. Lower back flat on the floor. Breathing in. Breathing out. Feel up. On the exhale, bring the knees together. Go for your supine twist. Bringing both knees to the left side. Take it all the way to the left side. Both knees. And then the left hand on the top of the right thigh. Right arm towards the right side. You can hug the knees slightly closer to the chest, allowing you to bring the hand into the thigh. Deep inhale. On the exhale, come back into the center. Breathe in. Exhale, transition to the other side, bringing the knees all the way to the right. Hug the knees closer to the chest to allow you to reach your hand towards the left hip. And the left hand goes towards the corner of the room. Breathing in. Breathing out. Feel up. On the exhale, come back into the center. Hug the knees into the chest. Massage the lower back. It's always good if this is the first time that you're actually laying flat on the floor or allowing your spine to lengthen. It's really good to just flatten the spine completely on the floor. Little massages from side to side, rolling the knees. Allows the lower back to revert to the curve that we usually tend to have during the day, especially if you were sitting all day or just lounging in the sofa, not doing much. Now bring the shins parallel to the floor and release the hands behind your back, forearms. Inhale, lift the hand and shoulders off the floor. On the exhale, flex the feet and stay with the shoulders off the floor. And we're going to just pulse up with the shoulders, pulse up with the chest towards the ceiling. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another 10, 9, 8. Keep going. Use your mid-belly muscles between the rib cage to lift you up. And then press the lower back down onto the floor. Keep the lower back on the floor. Another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly release. Hug in. Exhale, stretch out. Breathing in. Exhale, hug the knees into the center and start to rock and roll. Inhale, rock up. Exhale, rock down. On your next rock up, cross the ankles. Go straight into your down dog. Walk the dog out here. Do what feels good. One movement, one breath. Freestyle. Incorporate movements into the shoulders, into the hands, into the wrists. And when you feel balanced in both sides, come into a neutral down dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Fill out. On the exhale, step forward, coming into right dog. Allow the upper body to release completely. Grab the elbows or just rest the hands on the floor. Sometimes it's good to do something different, get out of the automatic pilot. And it doesn't have to be huge changes. Sometimes just instead of grabbing the elbows, you can rest the hands on the floor, or you can place the hands behind the back, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be huge. And now release both hands. Stay with your feet exactly where they are and bring the right hand to the middle of the mat. And here you might need a little support, so if you have pillows or if you have a block or a book, then do that, especially if you have really tight hamstrings. Place the right hand onto the middle of the mat. Inhale, reach up with your left arm. On the exhale, straighten both legs if you want, open the chest. Breathing in. Exhale, relax into the neck. Deep inhale. Full exhale out. Breathe in. On the exhale, bend the right knee and then open the chest even more. Feel a deeper stretch into the left leg. Deep inhale, reach up through the left hand. Exhale, let go of the neck. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press the floor away with your left leg. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly release. Lower hands down to the floor. Switch sides. You're welcome to place something under the left hand here for support. Inhale, reach up with the right arm. Exhale, let go of the neck. Breathing in. Breathing out. Keeping both legs straight as much as possible. Inhale. On the exhale, bend the left knee, open the chest even more. Deep inhale. Exhale, lift up the toes onto the right side, onto the right foot. Open the back of the leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up. Exhale, release. Bring the feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step or walk back, high plank. Tabletop position, so bring the knees down. Breathing in. On the exhale, puppy pose. Bring the chest between the hands, elbows tucked towards the ribcage. Inhale. Full exhale out, looking forward if it feels comfortable. Inhale, cobra. Keep the elbows bent, lift the chest. On the exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Deep inhale. Full exhale out. Breathe in. Exhale, step or walk forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Active hands. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step back into your high plank. Bring the knees down, tabletop position. Breathe in. On the exhale, puppy pose. Bring the chest between the hands. Squeeze elbows in. Breathe in. Breathe out, looking forward if that feels good. Inhale, cobra, lengthen through the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Fill up. Empty the air out. Deep inhale. Full exhale out. Breathe in. Exhale, step or walk forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step or walk back, high plank. Knees down, tabletop position, preparing to go into puppy pose. Breathe in. On the exhale, bend the elbows towards the back, chest goes between the hands, bum sticks up. Breathe in, breathe out, squeeze elbows in. Inhale, cobra. On the exhale, lower down to the floor. Come into a Sphinx pose. So bring the forearms forward, in line with your shoulders, hands parallel to each other. Press the top of the feet down onto the floor and tuck the tailbone under. So notice that engagement into the sit bones, lengthening the lower back. So rather than falling with the lower back like this, tuck it under, engage into your sit bones. Deep inhale. On the exhale, lift the left leg off the floor, reaching towards the back of the room with your left leg. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. Exhale, lift the right leg off the floor. Deep inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. Exhale, lift the leg and press the floor away with the shoulders. Don't sink in with your chest. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. Exhale, lift with the right leg, activating to the glutes. Now notice if you're sinking with the belly towards the floor, hug it in. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. Full exhale out. So now we're going to stay with the leg up on the floor and we do little poses. Inhale, lift the leg, little poses. Now notice what's going on into the lower back. Lengthen the lower back, tuck the tailbone under and squeeze lower belly in, especially if you tend to have little mini kind of aches and pains in the lower back. Make sure you're tucking tailbone under. And slowly release. Breathe in. Breathe out. Onto the other side. Right leg reaches up. Inhale. Exhale, little poses. Stay breathing. Press the floor away with the elbows and tuck the tailbone under, lengthening the lower back. We're strengthening into the glute muscles and into the back muscles. Breathe in. Exhale, slowly release. Bring the hands back for cobra. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathe into those areas of the glutes or lower back where you feel sensation. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Full exhale out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up. Exhale, step or walk forward to the front of your mat. Half a lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step back, tabletop position. Lower the knees down, puppy pose. Breathe in. Exhale, chest to the floor, hug elbows in. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Feet together in the back of the mat. Inhale, reach up with the right leg. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips. Deep inhale. Exhale, step between the hands for warrior two. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, adjust your feet so you have a strong base. Breathe in, breathe out. Fill up. Empty the air out. We're going to do kite-hop arms. I'll show you first. So the arms go from a flat position, rotate out, arms facing the ceiling, and then all the way around, facing the back. Let's start. Inhale all the way to face the ceiling or sky. Exhale, rotate out. Inhale, rotate in. Exhale, rotate out. But notice that the movement comes only from the shoulder blades and not from the spine. And notice as well, if you're sticking the ribs out when you're doing this, avoid that and keep the movement just from the shoulder blades rather than from the spine or the ribs. And release. Transition into your wide leg straddle. So both feet toes in, heels out. Hands into the hips. Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, fold forward, letting go of the upper body. You're welcome to rest the hands on the floor or grab the ankles. Hands on the hips is fine as well. Whatever you do, make sure you lift the toes and allow the upper body to release completely. Another great pose to open the back of the body, the hamstrings that tend to be really tight, and also the spine. Most of these poses, forward fold, when you bring blood into the brain, usually give a sensation of relaxation, allows us to suddenly feel the letting go sensation, the lightness. And now slowly start to turn towards the front of the room. Come into your seated, half splits, but a seated version. So usually we do half splits with the back hip in line with the back knee. This time we're going to do a seated version. If sitting on the top of your back heel, back foot is too much, place pillow or blocks, whatever you have to elevate a little bit into your butt. If it is too much. Also, it helps if you want to place a pillow under the back ankle or under the back shin if the floor is a bit too hard. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. On the exhale, fold forward. No need to grab the foot, just fold from the spine. Deep inhale. On the exhale, move the shoulders away from the ears and lengthen through the spine rather than reaching forward with the arms. Flex the front foot, point the toes towards the face to allow you to activate into your quad muscle and into your calf muscle, easing into the stretch in the hamstring. And if you've been to these classes on Friday evening, usually they are more about you feeling into the different parts of your body and staying there with your breath rather than just following my instructions. I give you space here for you to feel more into your body and into the sensations of the pose. And now start to lift up. Inhale, reach up with both arms. On the exhale, you're going to reach your left hand either outside of your right leg or maybe outside of the foot or ankle if you have the space. Inhale, reach up with the right arm. On the exhale, reach behind your back and then grab the waistband, grab the leggings, whatever you can get hold of, just so that you have the grip. Inhale, lengthen the chest. Exhale, open the chest and then fold towards the right foot, opening even more into that right leg. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep that right foot active. Deep inhale. Full exhale out. Good. Open the chest towards the right side. Very good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fold forward a little bit more. Inhale. On the exhale, slowly release. Remove whatever you have there to support you. Pillow or block. Come into your warrior two legs. So the front foot is in the middle of the mat in line with the back foot. And you're going to bring your left hand all the way close to your left foot. And the right hand is inside of the front of your right thigh. So right in the meaty part. I'll do it facing this side so you can see. Your right hand is the inside of your right thigh. Deep inhale. On the exhale, press the thigh away. The thigh here. Press the thigh away and lengthen through the side body. So you should feel like a stretch coming into the lower back on the right side. With that front knee bend, left hand down to the floor or maybe a block if you need extra support. This pose is called head to crab ankle. And after doing this pose for a while, you'll be able to bring your head under your leg. We're opening deep into the lower back tissues, connective tissues, muscles, tendons, allowing us to then have the flexibility to bring our leg over the head, behind the head. And now slowly release, walk forward, step back into your high plank, lower the knees down for tabletop position, breathe in, exhale puppy pose, chest between the hands, stick the bum out, inhale cobra, exhale downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Feet together, left leg reaches up, inhale. Exhale, step forward, warrior two. Inhale, open the arms. On the exhale, adjust into your legs. We all have to do some kind of adjustment when we get to warrior two, either the front foot or the back foot. And then find the placement of your spine to be more centered with your body rather than either too far forward or too far back. Lengthen the spine. Okay, let's go for kite arms again. Inhale, fold forward, reverse the hands. Exhale, reverse all the way back. Inhale, reverse forward. Exhale, reverse back. Inhale, reverse forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward, using just the shoulder joints. Exhale, back. Hugging in into the rib cage. Forward, back. One more forward, back. Release the hands, pigeon toe, both feet for wide straddle. And this time you can have the arms wide. Deep inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the toes in and heels out to open into the hamstrings. Good. And here you can go as wide with your legs as you want. Ideally, if your head is touching the floor, you want to maybe bring the legs slightly closer together. It's okay to touch the floor with your head. It just means that you can have more leverage in bringing the spine closer to the pelvis if your head is not touching the floor. So you can start to walk the hands closer to the pelvis, opening more into the glutes and into the hamstrings. All of these poses we're doing today are really good to open up the back of the body, giving us an extra flexibility, more mobility into bringing into twists and also into having more mobility in the hips. And slowly release. Turn towards the front of the room. Sit into your half splits. Again, you're welcome to put something under the back foot or under the bum, whatever works for you. Inhale, reach up with both arms, lengthen the spine. On the exhale, fold forward. And it's never about grabbing the foot, it's more about lengthening the spine and opening the back of the front leg. Stay here with your breath. You can inhale, full exhale out. If you can fold a little bit further forward, I like to just work on bringing my elbows down to the floor. If I want to reach for the foot, I can, but that doesn't really help me to lengthen my spine from the lower back. It just lengthens my spine from the upper back. Flex the front foot. Make sure your front leg is active to facilitate the hamstring stretch. And slowly start to come up. And now the twist. Inhale, reach up with the arms, both arms up. On the exhale, bring the right hand outside of the left foot, or calf muscle, or even the knee. Deep inhale, open the chest. On the exhale, hold the left arm all the way around. Follow the waistband. I like to follow the waistband all the way around, grab the waistband. Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, folding. Same thing, it's not about grabbing anything, it's more about the lengthening of the spine and then allowing the folding to happen from the lower back. So the folding happens in the hinge of the hip rather than the curving of the spine. Opening the chest allows you to get a much deeper stretch in the back of the leg. And slowly release, all the way up. Lift the bum and then remove whatever you have under your bum. Go for your warrior two legs. So the front leg is bent, the back leg is stretched. You're going to bring the right hand, close to your right foot. The left hand is on the inside of your right thigh and presses the thigh away. So there is this little nudging that you do with your left shoulder to allow you to go deeper into the lower back muscles. We have a small muscle called quadratus lumborum, and it is located in the lower part of the vertebrae, around the L4, L5 region. I'm sure some of you probably have had situations where you have lower back pain and the doctors talk about L4, L5 is usually the most critical area in the lower back. And there's two muscles, one on each side of the spine. And they help us twist. They're quite deep muscles. It helps us twist the body. And it's not something we do very often in our day-to-day life, twisting or turning to one side or turning to the other side. Very often even our clothes are restricting us from turning, twisting the body all the way from the lower back up into the upper back. Now slowly release. Step back into your high plank. From your high plank, lower the knees, tabletop position, breathe in. Exhale, puppy pose. Hug the elbows into the rib cage, chest to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Bring the feet together. Right leg reaches up, inhale. On the exhale, step forward, crescent lunge. Back knee is lifted. And if it is too much, if today you're feeling a bit wobbly in your legs, you can always lower the back leg down, the back knee down. Now bring the right hand into your right hip. Inhale, reach up with your left arm. On the exhale, you're going to gently lean towards the right. No need to go too big here. The small leaning towards the right already gives you a feel all the way from the rib cage down into the hip and maybe even traveling down into your quad. Stay there breathing. Now notice what you're doing with your tailbone, so tuck it under so you're not actually crunching into the lower back. And here we're working more on opening the psoas, a really deep muscle that is responsible for the natural curve of the spine, a muscle that's quite difficult to work on because it's so deep, it's under all the core layers, the core muscles. And this muscle not only maintains the natural curve of the spine, but also is responsible for allowing the front of the body, you can come out of the pose, allow the front of the body to be a bit more flexible. Now pyramid pose, step forward slightly with your back leg, place blocks under the hands if you need. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, fold forward. Now I like here to grab the elbows from behind and just allow my chest to rest on the front side. But if that's too much, you can always rest the hands on the floor or onto your books or pillows. The front foot is active, press the toe, flex the toes, press the floor away. Keep that front leg straight, and you might need to step forward a bit more with that back leg so that the front leg is straight. And slowly release. Step back into your high plank. Breathe in. Tabletop. Exhale. Lower the chest down for your puppy pose. Deep inhale. On the exhale, cobra. Breathe in. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Deep inhale. Full exhale out. Bring the feet together, left leg reaches up. Inhale. On the exhale, step forward, crescent lunge. Inhale, arms up. On the exhale, bring the left hand to your left hip. Inhale, lengthen through the right side. On the exhale, lean towards the left. Same thing here, so we're looking for this sensation traveling from the rib cage all the way down to the hip flexor and maybe even down to the quad. You're welcome to bring the back knee down to the floor if your legs are feeling a bit too shaky, too wobbly. So like I was saying, psoas muscle is also part of the hip muscles, the hip openers muscles. Sometimes tightness around the hips can also be because the psoas is very tight. And then also when we do back bends, sometimes we are not able to get into back bends or get really intense because the psoas is not open and it doesn't allow the opening of the front of the body. Deep inhale. On the exhale, slowly come back into the center, lower the back foot down, transitioning to a pyramid. So step forward a little bit and square off your hips here. Same thing, you can either have hands free or you can grab the elbows. Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, fold forward. Letting go of the neck. Another pose that allows the blood to flow into our third eye chakra. a place where all the nerves in the body meet. Lift up the front toes, keep that front leg active, and straighten the leg as much as possible. And slowly release. Step back into your high plank. Bring the knees down for tabletop position. Deep inhale. Exhale, puppy pose. Chest down, elbows back. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Coming down to your mat to sit onto the mat. I'm going to explain you first the pose we're going to do. There's no name for this pose, it's just some weird twisting pose. So we're going to have our feet as wide as our mat, and then we're just going to lean towards the right side. And from here, we'll adjust the legs. So you can watch first if you want. We'll adjust the legs so they are in both 90-degree angle. 90-degree angle, I don't know exactly how to say it in English, but it's a straight angle basically. And then from here, we lengthen the spine by lifting the arms up. And then we twist and we walk the hands to the back. Deep inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, we twist even more. And if this is already too much for you, you stay here. If you're okay to come with the forearms down to the floor, you come to the forearms down. If you need to make little adjustments with the hip bones for you to be able to stay in your forearms, that's good as well. Okay, let's start. Knees as wide as your mat. Breathe in. On the exhale, just lower the knees to the right side. Now adjust your feet so that the ankles are in line with your knees and the knees in line with the hips. This creates the 90-degree angle. Good. Inhale, lift the arms, lengthen the spine. Exhale, turn towards the back, bring the hands behind you. Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, release the lower to the forearms if it is okay. If not, stay in the standing. So you might need to, like Manuela, lift the right bum cheek, adjust your thigh to open. Manuela, turn around and just look at me. So lift a little bit and adjust. Yeah, so you might need to adjust the hips. There we go, yeah. Because otherwise it's a bit impossible. Even for the more flexible people. So you definitely need to adjust the hips a little bit to allow the outside of your right thigh to be on the floor. Staying here. And now if you can just tune into your spine and visualize the position of the spine. So all the way from the sacrum, which is just above your gum, into the lower back, into the mid back before the rib cage starts. And then where the rib cage is, and then the neck. There's like a twisting and rinsing position. And you're welcome to stay here, maybe place something under the head if you need to rest the head. If you want to go a little bit further and open into your shoulders, you're going to bring the left arm towards the right. Like a thread the needle, the right arm reaches forward, the left arm reaches towards the right. And for me here, I need to wait until I can actually release my head all the way down to the floor, because it's a bit tight around the shoulders and my deltoids, the outside of the arm. And slowly start to come out. Gently coming out of the pose. Whew. Onto the other side. I'm going to do it the other way so I can be facing you. Okay, so now feet outside of your mat or just outside of the mat, and then lean towards the left. Adjust your legs, keep your knees in line with your hips and the ankles in line with the knees. And then maybe lift the bum and let's adjust the hips so that you are on the top of your side thigh rather than in the bum. Otherwise, there is no opportunity for rotation. Inhale, reach up with the arms. On the exhale, reach back with your hands. And then here, if you need to adjust a little bit into the legs, do that. Good. Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, start to fold. Oh, this side feels a lot more juicy. And take the pose to whichever areas you want to take. If you're ready to do the thread and needle, go for it. If you're like me, that needs to first allow my spine and lower back to adjust into the pose. Slowly open up, not any tension away. Face confident, you can stay here. You can cut the thread and needle whenever you want. I'm going to do mine, but if you're not ready yet, that's okay. Allow your spine to just go back to normal position. And lay on your back. Bring your strap with you, or if you have one of those rope cords, I think that's what they call, the belt from the rope, or a belt, or a scarf. It works as well. Bring it with you, lay on your back. At the knees, if you need, just give a little massage into your lower back muscles. And now bring the strap around the ball of the foot, the right foot. You can either have the left leg bent or you can extend it forwards. I like to extend it forward because it gives me more weight into the leg so that the left hip doesn't lift off the foot. Now, straighten your right leg, flex the foot, grab the strap or the belt with just one hand. Inhale. On the exhale, open the leg to the side, keeping that right leg straight. If you need to give more space in your strap or in the belt, then do that. Now staying here in whatever position works for you. Now, because we are at home and we have so many other props we don't have in the studio, if it works better for you, you can always bring a pillow under your right leg, just so that it's not completely like this heavy weight opening down or going down, but you have the extra support from the pillow. Keep the left hip down onto the floor and keep your right foot active, externally rotating the thigh. That's what allows the space in the hip for you to open the leg wide. Sometimes this pose obviously has a lot to do with inner thigh flexibility, groin area flexibility, but sometimes the small adjustment of rotating the thigh out can actually open up a lot into that area. And now slowly start to bring the leg towards the center, gently bringing the leg towards the center. And with both hands, grab the strap or the belt, deep inhale. On the exhale, bring the leg towards the back as much as possible. Keep the leg straight and reach out through the heel so you're opening the whole back of the leg. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep the left hip down onto the floor, lower back presses down. Deep inhale. Full exhale out. Flex the toes. Breathe in, breathe out. One more deep inhale. On the exhale, slowly release. Very gently let go of the strap. Hug the knee to the chest. Massage the hip by rolling the knee to one side, rolling the knee to the other side. And release the right leg. Let's do the left side. Place the pillow. If you use the pillow, I put a little pillow under my left leg just for that extra support. And sometimes it's not that if we need or we don't need. I don't need a pillow there, but in days like this on a Friday or on days where we are being a bit more gentle with our stretches, these extra supports can work really well. Okay, so extend the right leg down, right hip down onto the floor and start to open to the side. Same thing here, so flex the toes, keep that right foot, the left foot active, and then open to the side. And this side might feel different from the other, for sure it does. My pillow, I can't even reach the pillow in this side. How is your side feeling different? Yeah, mine as well, much more tighter. I need to adjust the pillow, otherwise the leg doesn't even touch the pillow. Keep the right hip down on the floor. And gently come back into the center slowly. Good. Now grab the strap or the belt with both hands. Keep the legs straight and reach out to the heel. That adjustment of the heel going up to the ceiling can facilitate a lot the stretch in the hamstring. Breathe in. On the exhale, reach the leg towards the back as much as possible. Keep the leg straight. Deep inhale. On the exhale, press the right hip down, the right leg down. Keep that front leg straight and strong. Inhale. Full exhale, bringing that left leg towards the back of the room even more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up. Empty the air out. Inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Remove the strap, hug the knee to the chest. Roll the hip from side to side. Rotation of the hip here. And then clockwise or anti-clockwise, whatever way you went before. And now hug both knees into the chest. You're welcome to do Happy Baby. For many years, Happy Baby didn't really feel good for me because my hips, my lower back would be off the floor and I would be digging my mid-back bones on the floor. If this is your case, then don't worry about that, just hug the knees. We all have different bodies and, you know, for so many years, the Happy Baby pose didn't really suit my body. And now go into your Shavasana, make any little adjustments. It's a great opportunity here to have a pillow under your head so you have a more cushioned Shavasana with the head supported by a pillow. Cover the eyes with a towel. Just allowing a bit more darkness so that the senses are less active. the spine flat on the floor. You need to bend the knees for this, then bend the knees for this.
So you start to come into such a position. Your eyes closed and center your heart center. Deep inhale. Full exhale. And closing the practice with 3 minutes. Inhale. Una postura para la center.